If I could tell you how to earn a month's worth of wages in 24 hours, would you watch this video? Well, tune in because that's what we're gonna go over in today's video. I made over $2,200 in less than 24 hours trading stocks in the stock market from my phone.
You can too.
I'm gonna explain to you not only how I did it, but also show you my thought process going into the trade, when to exit the trade, what you need to get started. I think that everyone can learn this skill. I can't wait to show you the way I do it, explain to you the benefits of it, obviously. You can use this money to not only go on vacations, maybe invest for your kids' future or your own future, maybe buy a house, do life events, new cars, tires, whatever the situation is. Everyone can use a little extra money. There's a million ways to make money. I think every single one of us has laid there at 12 o'clock at night, doom scrolling, looking for ways to make money online or ways to make money from home or small businesses to start that are easy to do for quick cash. The problem with all those options is they're not simple, they're not easy. Typically, it requires a lot more time than anyone actually has to give it. And this is why I love this option, because this is something that you can get home from work, get everything settled, sit down on the couch, spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes browsing different stocks that you want to purchase, looking at the charts. Are they going up? Are they going down?
This sucks.
Are they staying sideways?
What's happening?
What?
And you can make that informed decision of, hey, I'm gonna buy this one because the chart looks good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I'm gonna put in X amount of dollars. I want to make X amount of money. So if it hits this price, I will make this much money.
Money, money, this, money, money, that.
And then you execute. In my opinion, I recommend averaging in, averaging out. Then you're gonna get extra money passively from your phone and you don't have to stress. You can use that money to go on vacation, take that money to buy the big new birthday gift that you've always wanted. You don't have to put it on credit cards and go into debt. You can earn money simple, easy from your phone. I'm gonna show you how. What most people get wrong about stocks is they think it's this
Super complicated.
you have to be a mathematical genius, one of those kids who gets straight A's and has glasses that has tape around the middle.
Okay, everybody ready?
It's one of those kind of situations and you're like, man, I'm just not that person. I don't know anything about stocks.
Stocks scare me.
Someone talks about stocks, you're just one of those people in the background just shaking your head. Yeah, stock market, yeah.
Well, easy. Congratulations, dude. That's amazing.
Because you have no idea. No one does. And it's actually not that complicated. I think that after today's video, you're gonna have a lot better idea of what's involved, how to trade stocks, how to make the passive income very simply, very easily. You're gonna feel a lot more comfortable. You're gonna actually make some trades yourself, make some extra money to talk about next Thanksgiving. In my opinion, that's the best, easiest way to do it. Stick around to the end of the video. You can download the same app that I use to get the same articles and everything that I read. And one thing that's super important, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm to grow the channel and truly support what I'm doing. I'm gonna go over my thought process behind which stock I picked, why I picked it, and where I chose to enter this trade. Because this video is gonna be about stock trading. I think a lot of people find it fascinating. You can make thousands of dollars on your phone through stocks and they don't know much about stocks. So that's where I want to break it down. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. This is an explanation of my thought process and my opinions on stocks that I'm purchasing and what I'm doing. Now we got that out of the way, let's dive into it. So believe it or not, I actually get a lot of my news from right here. I go to Apple News. It actually puts up top stories. A lot of times I can read on here top stories. Sometimes I'll mention stocks in this. Or I will go to Google, old-fashioned Google. I'll type in top 10 stocks to buy now. And you can scroll through here and look at some of the stocks here. I usually go to news, and then you can look at growth stocks, 4 brilliant stocks, best stocks to invest $1,000 in. There's a million different options for, which stocks to look at. And at the time, when I was looking at this, it was big AI talking. There was a lot of AI mentioned. Well, even right now, there's a bunch of AI that's being mentioned. And they were talking about Google. Okay, so when I went into pick the stock here, I was looking at Google's chart. Okay, so I gotta find where I recorded these. Okay, all right, so here I'm going into buying right now. So Google, when I make the purchase right here, wait for it to get filled. So I went to Google stock is Alphabet Class A. That's their stock. And this is actually 10 o'clock at night. So this is in the evening on May 11th. I was looking at the chart and looking at the pattern of here, you can very easily see that it found support where people started buying a little higher up than last time where it was. So I felt that my chance for loss wasn't very high because, for one, with Google's AI coming out with all the video stuff, and Google, owns YouTube. Obviously, that's been doing really well. There's a lot of growth happening with it. And based on the chart, you can actually see too, the chart looked pretty dang good. So you can see right here, it's making higher highs. So every time it gets bought up or it stops going down, you can see that it ends a little higher. So it's really, when it comes to stocks, in my opinion, it's not that complicated. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the term pattern day trader, but there's a lot of patterns. And the thing is you can look on this kind of pattern right here. It goes down, goes back up, right? But then it consistently builds a higher, when it goes back up, it's building higher. It's not going lower, right? So to me, it had already started the momentum to go back up. So I felt it was a very good, safe purchase to go ahead and buy in. So that's where I put my buy order in, and I was kind of playing around with the numbers. Looks at the most recent buy order in here. I put in for 155.20 for 625 shares. All right. And you can trade this at nighttime because it's a 24-hour stock. How it lights up like that with Robinhood, you can actually trade it 24 hours. And you can look right here. So this is important, where it actually says limit price. This is the price that I'm willing to purchase the shares at. And it shows the bid price. So the best price someone's willing to buy it right now is 155.29. And the best ask, the best price that someone's willing to sell the shares at is at 155.30. So if you want the order to fill, I went ahead and put it at 155.30. But it moves pretty quick. See, now I went to 155.31. So I'm chasing right now, trying to get my order in. Well, I don't know if it actually filled yet. Partially filled. So 25 shares got filled. So I got partially filled, but I'm hoping to get the whole thing filled. And my goal is, if you look right here, I'm kind of going over the chart here. So right here, it goes 155, 155, 155. So that's where it's at right now. It keeps on getting to that 155 mark, and that's where we're at right now. So to me, it's either going to go up or down. But if it goes down, there's not much risk to that. Like, to me, on the downside, I'm risking maybe losing a couple thousand. On the upside, I can make a minimum of a couple thousand, and I can make a maximum of probably, say, 5,000-10,000 plus on the upside based on the chart, because look how far it dropped down earlier in the month, right? In the week, I should say. So, and it's more than likely going to retest that. So watch it. Here we go. I'm hoping to get in here. My full order. Fast forward here. I'm looking at some other stocks as well. Going through. All right. Still partially filled. Oh, there, got some more. 350 shares now. And just waiting. 476 shares. So continuing to get filled up. 556 shares. So I'm almost there. 606 shares. So I'm right there, 620, and there we go. There's my 625 shares filled at right there on May 11th in the nighttime. So again, I'm looking at this in the evening at 10 o'clock. I'm not even doing this early morning, 5 a.m. or anything like that. This is in the afternoon. I'm off work, I already had dinner, kids are all asleep, I can focus. And you can do this with any stock, not just Google, right? But I did it with Google. So went ahead and got my stocks in there, ready to go for the morning, and excited to see where this goes. All right, so now we're at 12:08 a.m. So I'm already up, looks like $30. I'm kind of excited, and now looks like we're on May 12th in the morning. So I wake up, this is at 6:42 a.m. Looks like I'm up $1,800, and this is pre-market. So this is not even, the market's not even open yet. This is all pre-market hours. So if I wanted to right now, the current bid was $158.29. I could sell my shares at that price, and more than likely they would sell, and I would cash in about $1,800. But I believe that this is gonna go a little higher. So I held on and waited, and looking at some other stocks as it goes through. But you can see, just look at the stock last night purchasing. The very next morning, I was sleeping, and I wake up the next morning to $1,868 profit. I could sell right now if I wanted to, right? All right. Now you can looks like 8:25 a.m. pre-market went down a little bit. So you could kick yourself and say, oh man, I wish I would have sold, you know, I mean, I just lost some money. But don't think like that. The key about this is you make a plan and you stick to your plan. If you make a plan and you're disciplined and you stick to it, you don't have to be stressed out, because my plan was to cash out for over $2,000. That was my goal for the day. I had looked at the chart and felt that it would retest that one resistance there. And I think that I'm sticking to my plan and I'm okay with it. So here we go. This is now 9:40. The market's open. It's starting to climb back a little bit, right? I'm up on a bunch of stocks. I'm up right now. So that's really a good sign. And then struggling to get going here, but it's still climbing. I think it's gonna keep on retesting and go higher to that 160 mark range. So I'm just watching it throughout the day. Not a big deal. Just recording through. Here's at 10:09 a.m. You know, hit that high there, but still just holding on, waiting, being patient. All right, so here, this is at 12:37. It's starting to break through here. And I still think I'm holding on because I wanted to hit that 160, 161 range, somewhere around there. So still holding on. All right, now it's 1 p.m. It's continuing to break up and break through here. There we go. It's climbing through, doing exactly what I thought I was gonna do. I'm just watching it and waiting for my moment to cash out here and take my well-earned money. And some of this can be a little boring, right? So I'm fast forwarding through here, but it'll go a lot of back and forth action, a lot of like 20 minutes of just moving a penny in one way or the other. So sometimes it can definitely be a little boring here. But I'm looking at it, watching the numbers, and it looks like I'm finally getting to the numbers I wanna be at. So I'm putting my shares to sell, putting them at 158.85, so it's climbing up there. Looks like the bid right now, ask, is right there at 158.80. Swipe up to sell, and we'll see what happens. It's 2:35 p.m., so it's the end of the day. Usually, from patterns that I've seen, a lot of times at the end of the day, it'll usually start to climb. At the end of the day, people try to jump in the stock real quick and get in before the end of the day is out to set up for the next day. And sure enough, I was right. Boom, right there, 158.85. I went ahead and cashed out, and now I can go look at my realized profit for the day, and right there, $22.1875. Minimum wage is $13 an hour, times 40 hours a week, times 52 weeks in a year. Divide that by 12, $22.53, and I made $22.18. So minus $22.18. So, I mean, I'm within $35. I made an entire month's worth of wages just from looking at my phone, buying some stock, waiting for the next day, and selling it in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. The whole time I was working on other YouTube videos, hanging out with my friends, dealing stuff with my kids, my family, and didn't have to worry about it. There was not really stress on my end. Google ain't going anywhere. No problem at all, right? So